Hey guys, welcome back to Pickpocket TCG. I had a really fun deck today, as per requested by one of my viewers. So let's go on over to TCGO and check it out. So we got a pretty spicy deck today. It's based around kind of the same engine that you would see something like Malamar and Shrine of Punishment. You know, you have a lot of Tapu Kokos and just other things that spread. Now, what really spoke to me when my friend suggested this to me was the attack on Blaziken. Fire Stream, for 90 damage, you discard a fire energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So not only does it give us an engine to help, you know, fire starter under our Koko, so we always have energy, but the Blaziken itself can spread damage, and that's pretty cool. And I gotta say that if Malamar could also do that, that Malamar Shrine would just be insanely good. Now, one problem this deck does run into, as anyone would imagine, is it's kind of clunky because, you know, the deck is based around a stage 2. Now, we do have Great Ball, Ultra Ball to kind of thin our hands down, then we draw with a Rangaroo, we draw with Lele. But, yes, so far with my experience with the deck, it sets up pretty consistently, and it's been beating a lot of the big meta decks. It's been beating Malamar Psychic Box. It's beaten Malamar Ultra Necrozma. It's beaten Zorogarb, Zoroark, Zoropod, Vicare. So I thought, you know what? I really like this deck. Let's go ahead and show it off. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into a game real quick. Alrighty. Alright, so we see Psychic and Fighting. So if I had to assume, this is probably a Buzz Shrine deck. So in my experience so far, Blaziken Shrine beats Buzz Shrine. Just because I can swing... Oh, this is a good hand. Just because I can swing into the I can swing into the Buzzwoles and continue to spread damage, where when Buzzwole wants to hit into me, he's not doing any spread. Although I guess those decks don't really play Koko anyway. So he starts Buzzwole. We're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball here and get a Rangaroo. A Rangaroo is pretty important. Something else I've been thinking of putting into the deck might be a Macargo, simply because of the synergy with a Rangaroo. Oh man, this is a good start. So let's go ahead and get the Lily. And then... I don't even think we're going to need the Shrine of Punishments, because I'm pretty sure he's also playing a Shrine deck. And we'll go ahead and pass. Now, what's really nice about the new format of Pokemon is, since Buzzwole doesn't have strong energy and all that jazz, the odds of him getting a turn 1 knockout on something like a Torchic is pretty low. He needs to have Beast Energy and Diancie Prism Star. Oh. You hit Brooklet Hill? Maybe he's not quite playing a Buzz Shrine deck. But that would surprise me. Oh, he's playing a Zygarde deck. Okay. Well, then I feel dumb for discarding my Shrine. That being said, though, this deck still does pretty well against Zygarde. Since we don't actually play any EX or GX Pokemon, his Verdict GX doesn't really bug us, except for the fact that it hits 150. But once he gets Diancie out, he's hitting 150 with Lance Wrath anyway. So we see our opponent bench a Rockruff and go ahead and pass the turn. I think we evolve into Combuskin. Go ahead and use the Brooklet Hill to check out our deck. We prize 2 Kokos, 1 Blaziken, a Great Ball, a DCE. Alrighty. So in Cynthia, hope we draw out a Rare Candy Blaziken, or at least a Koko. Let's go ahead and play the Shrine. So we are going to try and dig for the Blaziken. Ouch. I think we got enough Torchics in play that once we get Blaziken up, we should be able to spread around a good amount of damage. So we need a Great Ball, hit the Blaziken, which is perfect. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and evolve the active and get off of Fire Stream. Go ahead and get the Choice Band. That doesn't make a huge difference yet. Let's go ahead and Fire Starter. Let's throw an energy onto this Koko, so that way if this Blaziken does get knocked out, we just pull the Koko up. And we see the Shrine of Punishment. I like to think the Blaziken's over here getting on Twitch, starting up a fire stream. But let's see. So Zygarde's HP is relatively high for a basic. Tapu Kokos, or Kokos, Tapu Leles are probably one of the biggest game losers for decks that are playing against Shrine. So when you're playing against Buzz Shrine, when you're playing against Malamar Shrine, or even this, those Kokos just sit there and they rack up damage so quick, and considering their HP is fairly low, it happens pretty quick. Okay, so we are going to be getting hit with a turn 2 Cell Connector, and unfortunately we are running low on Shrine of Punishments. So the more I play this deck, the more I kind of wish that I was playing Field Blower, but I don't know if it's really a huge deal. So I think we go ahead and attach for turn. We're going to throw that Choice Band on there, and we'll instruct for 1. We go ahead and get an Acro Bike. We'll play the Acro Bike. Let's get the Koko. You know, maybe that Ultra Ball would have been nice to hang on to. But then we're going to go ahead and Fire Starter and put the other Fire Energy down on the Tapu Koko, so that way he's ready to Flying Flip when he, after this Blaziken gets knocked out. So we're going to hit for 120 damage and then 20 across the board. So now this Zygarde is just one Flying Flip with a Choice Band away from getting KO'd by a Tapu Koko. This Buzzwole goes down, and then this Rockruff is only 10 HP from going down. He's going to judge us. That actually is kind of helpful. Although I guess a top deck of Blaziken would have been nice, but 4 more cards. Alright, I can live with this. He gives us the Choice Band we need to actually take the knockout on this Zygarde. So he goes up by 1 prize, and we're about to go up by 3. So we find our last Shrine of Punishment. You know what? We don't really need it to take any knockouts right now. And then the math on the Tapu Koko, or Tapu Lele here, almost comes down into range. So he goes to 170. You know what? We play the Shrine because his health comes down to 90 HP, meaning we can knock him out with a Fire Stream. So we just go ahead and throw the Choice Band on. Let's go ahead and throw Fire Energy down here, and then we'll instruct for 1. And we top deck the Blaziken. That's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and Fire Starter onto this Blaziken. Or maybe we put it onto the other Koko. I think we just put it on the other Koko. That way we have a solid attacker next turn. Because if we put up the Koko with only 1 Fire Energy onto it, and we don't draw into another Fire Energy, then we can't attack with him. We also can't attack with Blaziken. So if we do that, at least we have an attacker next turn. So we're going to go ahead and knock out the Zygarde and knock out the Baby Buzz, which is really good for us because we make sure our opponent doesn't have a turn of Sledgehammer. Take the 3rd one. And he promotes the Rockruff, which makes me think he probably has Fighting Energy, Dangerous Rogue on this poor Blaziken. But if not, then we're in a great spot. Because we can take 3 prize cards next turn. We Guzma up the Tapu Lele, knock it out with Fire Stream, and the Rockruff on the bench goes down. But I think our opponent has the play. Yep, brings up the Blaziken. Ooh, even Choice Band. Oh, but he's still looking for the energy. So this might not be the end of our Blaziken. Oh, Energy Lotto. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's got it. Yep, he finds the DCE. Now, we still can win next turn. I think if we top deck Rare Candy and then Great Ball into Blaziken, we're in solid shape. If not, I think we just promote the Koko with the Choice Band, because either way, we're knocking out this Rockruff this turn. So we top deck the Rescue Stretcher. I think what we do is we go ahead and shuffle 3 from the discard. Say 2 Blazikens and a Combuskin. Actually, let's throw the Torchic back. So if this game drags on a little longer, we have a way out. We'll go ahead and do that. I really just want to burn my hand here. So we're going to do this. We're going to bench this. We're going to attach here. And we're going to Guzma up the Tapu Lele. So either way, we get close. No, don't do. Yeah, our opponent scoops. We were probably only a turn or two away from knocking out that Lele anyway. Let's go ahead and play another game. They seem to be fairly quick. But as you can see, Blaziken, very similar to Malamar, just has a little bit more firepower to work with, which I think for some, playing against some decks is kind of dangerous, because something that this deck's always been really good at is your opponent can't use counter catchers or counter energies or anything like that, because you're usually not taking prize cards until the end of the game. But something that this deck does have that's really good is sometimes with Malamar you just get stuck into something that you can't deal with, and that's going to keep taking knockouts turn after turn. But Blaziken just kind of gives you an opportunity to say, no, stop that. Get some help. So just that by itself, I think, makes this deck a little bit better than Malamar Shrine. But like I said, I'm still doing a lot of testing with this deck. So we see our opponent start an Inkay. I really don't want to do this. But I just want to draw cards here, I guess. So let's get our Rangaroo, because we have no draw system right now. We did prize a Torchic, a Great Ball. We prized a Rare Candy. Ouch. We prized an Ultra Ball, 2 Cynthias, and a DCE again. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bench this. Let's attach Shrine of Punishment. We'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll get the Guzma, because we want to discard the Fire Energy. And then we'll Instruct for 1. And hit Lily for 6. So we'll go ahead and play the Torchic. We're going to Ultra Ball again. And get another... Yeah, okay, we're not getting knocked out next turn, so that feels fine. Let's just get another Torchic set up. Let's go ahead and Acro Bike one more time. Man. I don't think Guzma's going to be super important in this matchup. We still have the 1, but being that we prized a Rare Candy, I really want to have this Combuskin. Now, there are a lot of Torchics that I could have chosen from. I believe there's there's 2 from Celestial Storm and 1 from Dragon's Majesty. Or I might have that the other way around. There's 2 from Dragon's Majesty. But this is the only Torchic that has 70 HP. Plus, it also has a retreat cost of 1, which they all do. So I feel like the decision for that was pretty easy. Our opponent is also going to get a Lily, but for 5. As well as there is 2 different Combuskins. There's one from Celestial Storm and one from Dragon's Exalted. I can't think. The Dragon's Exalted one makes it so that when you evolve, you... Oh, I think he tried to put us to sleep. You take all, or when you attach energy to it, something like that, you take all the damage counters off of it, but in all honesty, that didn't seem great. I think that one only had 70 HP, or the attack wasn't as good, or maybe it had a 2 retreat cost, something, but I just thought that this one was better. Let's go ahead and Cynthia. That was kind of meh. let's go ahead and, well, I guess we'll find our second Combuskin. So we'll go ahead and bench Koko. We'll evolve this. Let's throw the second, or let's just throw an energy on there. You know what, let's bench the other Koko and then instruct for one. Why not? Another choice band. I'll just pass. Now, I wonder what version of Malamar he is playing. So we do see the Psychic Energy come down, but almost every version of Malamar that's viable. Okay, so we've seen a Rangaroo come down. That makes me... Oh, he's playing Alter the Moon. Okay, so I don't think that he's playing a Shrine version. There's the Ultra Necrozma. Ooh, he promotes the Tapu Koko. He's going to Guzma. He's probably going to bring up a Combust... Oh, okay, Rangaroo. What he doesn't know is we actually have the Guzma back, so maybe that's why we should have saved our Guzmas. He can't retreat this turn. Okay, that's good. We'll go ahead and throw the other Fire Energy on here, and let's Guzma up his Rangaroo and get a Flying Flip off. Oh, we should have instructed first. My bad. But, so yeah, I mean, either way, does he have the energy in the discard? Okay, so he can't even Psychic Recharge unless he has, like, Ultra Ball and 2 Psychic Energies in hand. He has the Manual Attachment, which means that he's not going... This Rangaroo isn't going anywhere unless he has Guzma in hand. Which he very well might, and he could knock out one of our Combuskins. Alright, he gets a treasure. Alright, there's the other Psychic Energy, but again, he can't attach to this Rangaroo to make use of the Alter the Moon. But I mean, if he does knock us out, we can kind of just dump our hand down and it helps us instruct. So, I think we throw this other choice band down on a Combuskin or a soon-to-be Blaziken. Alright, it comes back to us. So we get the Shrine of Punishment. We'll go ahead and throw a choice band down on the Combuskin so that way we can instruct for 2. And another Fire Energy. Let's just throw a Fire Energy on the Combuskin because we're going to draw out of this eventually. We get the Flying Flip off. So now what's scary about this Dawn Wings is now he pretty much has unlimited mobility. He can Invasion, and because of Alter... Oh, but he doesn't have Alter the Moon. So if he finds another Alter the Moon, pretty much the Dawn Wings just has free retreat as long as it has Psychic Energy attached to it. So he just retreats into the Ultra Necrozma. Or he Guzmas our Combuskin up. Yep, and then knocks us out with a Photon Geyser. That's unfortunate. Thankfully, though, the Shrine of Punishment does stay in play. And we top deck another Shrine. But we can go ahead and bench this Torchic and instruct for 1. And a Great Ball. Let's find a Blaziken. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and evolve this Combuskin into a Blaziken. We'll go ahead and Firestarter. I think we actually Firestarter onto another Koko. Because then if and when he knocks this out, we promote this one without energy, Firestarter again, and then retreat into the one with energy and get another Flying Flip off. So at this point, this Ultra Necrozma has taken a lot of damage. So he's already within range of getting knocked out by a Fire Stream, as well as this Necrozma's kind of approaching it. He's at 160, so one more Flying Flip or 2 more turns of Shrine, and a Fire Stream would also be knocking him out. And then with 2 more Flying Flips, we're also taking out 2 Malamars. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the Dawn Wings here. So that's exactly why we put this energy on the Tapu Koko, because we're pretty sure that this Tapu Koko was going down. So as long as he leaves the Blaziken alone for now, which I got to imagine the Necrozma's going to come up and smack this Blaziken which is why I didn't want to put a third Koko into play, because I had a feeling that they're probably going to be around for a little bit. So. Alright, we see the Mimikyu. A little bit of connectivity. There we go. Okay, our connection's fine. Alright, so we are going to see him Invasion and Dark Flash us for Knockout. But the Shrine of Punishment still stays in play, which means both of these, this Dawnwings and this Ultra Necrozma, will be in Fire Stream range. After this turn, of course. So, we find an Acrobite, go ahead and play that. Oh, that's a tough decision. I think we have to get the Rescue Stretcher. There's so much in the discard. So let's go ahead and shuffle 3 back. Let's get just the whole Blaziken line back into the deck. And then Instruct for 1. Alright. We'll go ahead and Firestarter onto this Tapu Koko. Retreat. And Flank Flip. Actually, this Ultra Necrozma is probably going to go down to a Flying Flip. Or what we can do at this point is we Fire Stream and knock out this this Dawnwings Necrozma with the Blaziken while simultaneously knocking that out and these two out to win the game. I think he's 1 behind. Yeah. As Super Scoop Up fails. So what we need this turn is a really, really good hand. Because this could kind of go downhill for us. Not what I really want to see, but we can live with it. And then I think we just pass. Fortunately, we get to draw some cards off of the Shrine of Punishment at the end of his turn. Unless he replaces it. There it is. So once it comes back around to my turn, we're in a good spot here. He pretty much has to knock out this Blaziken to win. Which we see him Cynthia, so that's not going to happen. But he gets 1 more turn to do it. But because he did bump our Altar of the Moon, or our Shrine of Punishment with Altar of the Moon, we do get to play another one down and kind of empty our hand a little bit. I mean, we could always get Guzma for game, I think. So we got Acrobike. We don't want a Rare Candy, we want a Cynthia. Okay, so we do have an out to winning this turn. We need to draw double colorless energy, and we win. Let's go ahead and Instruct. And we get a Fire Energy. Do we have enough to Firestarter? Yeah, okay, so we're good on Firestarter to build up this Blaziken. Do we get the DCE? We do not. But we do get a couple other things here. So let's pretty much threaten the knockout here. Shrine of Punishments aren't super important anymore. So let's go ahead and Ultra Ball those away. Alright, there's no more Pokemon left in deck. And we pass. So we take 2 prize cards because of the knockout on Matt. But because he's so far ahead, he still can't use his GX move. If he plays more Super Scoop Ups, that could lose us the game, I guess. Another Ultra Necrozma comes down. Beastring. Okay, so if he has Guzma, then he can KO us. But we have... No, we have to get Guzma. Here's the Beast Energy. The Manual Retreat. So we do have to find a Guzma here in order to win the game. Well, yeah. Well, no. Actually, I think a Flying Flip here also wins us the game, ironically, because it would knock out 1-2. He's at 30 HP with Shrine of Punishment. And then 10 after Flying Flip, it goes back into my turn, or back into his turn, and the Shrine of Punishment KOs him. He needs to find an Altar of the Moon. If not, that's game. Yep. But you know what? We fought so hard to get this Blaziken ready. Let's do it. Go ahead and hit him with the Fire Stream for game. So we take our knockout from the first Malamar, our knockout from the second Malamar, and then Shrine of Punishment knocks out this Dawnwing's Necrozma, and we take our last 2 prize cards. That's a good game right there. Alrighty. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. I was really happy to show off this Blaziken Tapu Koko deck. Like I said, it really kind of came out of nowhere and surprised me with the potential of how good it could be, and what it could do to the current meta. Obviously, I still think that this deck loses to something like Sylveon, because Sylveon is a great deck right now. I think it does a little bit better than Malamar against Sylveon, simply because the Blazikens are a way bigger Pokemon. But at the same time, the amount of resources you have to put into them is going to make your deck a lot thinner. But just being able to get the energy back, maybe it stands a good chance. It can do more damage than Malamar can. Although I guess a lot of Malamar Shrine decks are probably still playing 1 Ultra Necrozma. So maybe that's what gets them there. I really don't know. I've never played this deck against Sylveon. I've also never played Malamar Shrine against Sylveon. I have played Sylveon myself against Malamar decks, but not the Shrine variation. So you really can't say anything about that. If you guys want to see more of this deck, absolutely leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of it. I have personally, again, had a lot of fun playing it. And I really encourage you guys to go ahead and go check out my Instagram. I show off a lot of cool things other than just TCGO. I show off a lot of stuff that I do in real life when I go play at tournaments. What I pull, like for instance, just the other day, I got 9 packs out of winning, and I pulled a full art Rayquaza GX and the half art out of the same box. Just crazy stuff like that. I post funny Pokemon memes, you know, the usual. So thanks for checking out Pickpocket TCG, and I hope you guys have a great day.